I do like a good shandy.
I love a good shandy. Which is offensive to anyone in the beer community, and I get that deep in my soul.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're not familiar with Ben & Brewing, we do product reviews, tutorials, and we have a live chat feature on our website to help you through your Brew Day 911s. In today's video, I've brought two of the brew crew with me. We've got Vanessa and Christy. We brewed up a beer a couple of months ago, and unfortunately it didn't turn out with exactly what we were looking for. There's nothing wrong with the beer, it's not infected, there was nothing wrong with the brewing technique, it's just that the yeast that we used, the flavor profile was not quite right. So I wanted to come to the two resident cooking experts that are part of the brew crew and see, is this something that can be salvaged? And we have a lot of it. So any way that we can use it to try to salvage it, I think we recommend it. I brought this to them and came to them with this problem, it was a month or so ago, I think. You guys have really kind of played around with the flavor profile and things. So let's just do a quick refresher of what the flavor profile is. And I'm not going to give you guys full glasses because
we appreciate it.
I am kind like that.
It was supposed to be a Belgian...
This is supposed to be a Belgian dark strong ale. And we've done it before. Yeah. I mean, think like a golden drac, right?
Oh,
nice, delicious, chewy, raisiny, dark notes. This was not what we came out with.
It's palatable, it's just somehow wrong.
Over the top banana flavor. Is this something with that strong banana flavor that you guys have been able to come up with something to reutilize it?
Silly bear. We did it. We did it.
Oh, yeah?
We met, we talked about flavor profiles. Some we were able to use and some we weren't. So we had to deviate a lot, but I think we came up with a really good plan for what we can do. We've got two actual meals, and then we've got a surprise on the end where you can use a significant amount of it drinking it. Okay. Very palatable. Very, very good.
And I think this is a good thing too. If you've got beer that the flavor profile didn't come out instead of drain pouring it, or if you bought something from the store that you were trying out and it turns out not exactly what you're looking for.
How many times has that happened?
You don't want to dump it out.
You don't want to dump it out.
This may be a good option to try to reuse it and repurpose it in a way that everyone can enjoy.
Right. Because everybody talks about cooking with beer, but very few people talk about how do you cook with a not so good beer, with a bad beer.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do today.
You guys ready to go check it out?
Yeah,
yes,
let's
absolutely.
do it.
Check it out. Cool.
Get your apron on. But before we get started,
we need a beverage.
here's the beer.
Do you guys need a beer?
Well, do you have anything that's potable?
Well, better than the other stuff we're cooking with.
Yeah, I'm not drinking this.
Got a brewed IPA that we brewed up.
A Brute IPA?
Brute IPA about a month ago. So super dry, effervescent.
Nice.
I need to get my own glass.
Nice. No, you don't get a glass. You're not cooking. Cheers. All right, Christy, let's talk about the first thing that we discussed together that actually was extremely successful. Let me grab the chicken.
Awesome.
So here we have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Everybody marinates in beer, which is awesome. You're not really imparting a lot of flavor, which is really good for this, but you're adding a little bit of flavor, but more importantly, you're adding that moisture. You know, everyone hates the word, but moist.
Right.
Everybody loves moist chicken, let's say it.
Exactly.
It's universal.
Moist.
Moist. We got to impart a little bit of flavor, and to your idea, I have the perfect Jamaican jerk seasoning. The Spice House and I are in a very one-sided relationship where I am in love with them, and they don't really know I exist.
You should sponsor us.
Spice House, please sponsor me. This is amazing. Strong flavor, but more importantly to your thoughts, because this has a banana profile, we don't necessarily want to enhance it, but you mentioned plantains. Let's take that undercurrent of plantain flavor, take it with this Jamaican jerk seasoning that we didn't have to do anything to. Super easy, except for the fact that you're gonna fry it up in the pan and make it crisp and delicious.
Hopefully, yes. I think that's going to work. I know, but I'm Asian. I use my hands.
You touch the chicken. You get in there on that chicken.
Probably don't need that much, but why not?
Oh, nice.
And then I'm gonna fry it this side down first, and then I'll add more.
Yeah, sure. Nice.
Oh my gosh, I smell the spices.
Oh, the Spice House is so good. Let me look. So I don't know why you wouldn't buy Spice House, but if you didn't want to, this is onion, garlic, kosher salt, cane sugar, allspice chilies, pepper, thyme, nutmeg, cinnamon, and sage.
Wow.
Which all works really, really well with that banana we'll call it a plantain flavor simply because we're using jerk seasoning. You're responsible for this.
Got this.
Already looking good. You ready to talk about
Yes.
the second item?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about the second concept. Everybody puts beer in chili. I personally like Modelo Especial, very little broth, so much beer. We don't really want to enhance the banana. We're enhancing that plantain banana flavor here. We want to definitely hide it, and we want to bring out those notes that Brian was talking about that the beer should have had. We want that raisin, that richness, that flavor behind. So what we're gonna do to enhance it, I've got my spices over here all set up to go. But the main ones that are gonna bring out more of the richness is I have freshly ground espresso beans.
Oh my
I have
gosh.
cocoa powder. So that's gonna bring out definitely some extra richness. I've got my chili powder that's gonna bring in a little bit extra. We've got standard, we've got coriander, we've got cumin, we've got oregano. Me, I know you too, spicy. So
Yes.
I did a combination of serrano and jalapeno peppers.
Yep.
We're gonna do our regular onion, we're gonna do our regular garlic, and in our base for the sauce, we're gonna add brown sugar with our tomato juice to bring out the richness of the beer.
Absolutely.
Very little beef broth, maybe a quarter of a cup, and we're gonna focus on our beer being really the majority of that broth we're gonna cook with.
Wow. So normally I do chili with, like you said, a standard beef stock or a beef broth. So
Right.
we're substituting with that.
We're
That-
substituting. I made a huge pot of this already a couple weeks ago, and it might have been over 5 cups, especially when you think about your chili on the stove. You can cook it for 3 hours. You can do a slow simmer for 5 or 6. Just keep walking back and adding this beer a little bit at a time, over and over again, until everything really marries.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna get started on this.
All right. I'm gonna add a little more seasoning to the bottom of this. I'll probably turn this down a little bit and then flip.
Oh, bartender and dishwasher.
And
Brian's
cameraman.
really moving
Wow.
up in the world.
I try. Feel like I'm contributing something.
The other trick I'm gonna do to really bring out all my spice flavor, have you ever made a paste with hot water out of your spices first? You probably have. That's what we're gonna do. They're so, ooh.
I think we're good. Do you want a little bit more?
Ooh, no.
This one's a big one. This guy is,
That smells amazing.
we can already
It
reach
smells
it.
really, really good.
That jerk seasoning, right? Spice House, we love you.
Gorgeous. So with the beef that you've got, it's just chuck roast.
Just chuck,
That's cubed.
it's just cubed.
And you're just browning it.
We're just gonna brown it and then take it off and do our vegetables. See, this is our trick. This is our hot water. You ready?
Make a paste.
We're gonna make a
Oh,
paste.
this is amazing.
Okay.
We're gonna put So I like to think of doing your spices like this because it's more like a roux in the fact that we're gonna make a nice, really thick paste. We're gonna put it on the vegetables and really let it soak into the vegetables, and they get nice and brown and sticky on the bottom of our pan.
Okay.
So we're just trying to get as much flavor out of these spices as possible. Not that we have to do that because these are all Spice House spices, but still, we're extracting as much as possible.
That paste looks amazing.
You're just gonna pour that over the meat while it's browning.
Actually, no, we're gonna marry it with these vegetables. We want it to get in the vegetables and have everybody brown out.
Is it cross-contamination? I don't know.
No.
Should I use my hands?
Use your tongue.
Okay. Oh, see?
Ah.
And there you go.
All right. Garlic. Every chili pepper in the world. Hopefully no one's squeamish about setting their
No.
hair on fire.
Please.
We're also detoxing anything we drank last night.
Truth.
All right, so see this brown we're getting at the bottom? I mean,
Look at that.
there are people that would tell me that I'm burning it.
No.
Maybe a little bit, but I'm not. Look at this. It's so fragrant. It's so spicy. Then we're gonna take our lovely, lovely cocoa, espresso powder, chili powder. Now We're just gonna go straight for it. We could measure. We could be those people.
No, but we shouldn't. And I can't wait to see this.
Right?
That's a good use of beer, I think.
Oh, yeah. That's flavor.
That is flavor bits.
Those are called melanoidin. In brewing, it's the Maillard reaction, although it's same in
Oh.
cooking where you're browning something that's kind of liquid.
So in brewing terms, what does that mean though? Like, what are you browning in beer?
In beer.
Well,
Like the sugar?
depending on what you're doing, the sugars.
All right, so there's our soupy soup. We're gonna bring it up. Worcestershire, brown sugar, tomato sauce, tiny bit of beef broth. I mean, I'm not gonna mess with it.
Well, yeah, because you're getting it from the actual beef.
I'm getting it from
and the beer.
And the beer. We're gonna dump that beef back in.
Oh my gosh.
And then go ahead, before I dump the beef in, take a sniff. Can you?
Oh my word. The flavors smell.
There's so much beer in here. So I'm gonna leave this on the stove 3-4 hours. I brought it up to a boil. I'm just gonna turn it down, put the lid partially covering. What I'm gonna do is set a timer. Every like 20-30 minutes or so, I'm gonna come back and add maybe half a cup,
Okay.
quarter cup, depending on the consistency of this, to just keep marrying little tiny bits of that beer as the base over and
Love
over
it.
again
Oh my
for the
gosh.
next 3 to 4 hours until that meat is completely tender. My vegetables are cooked. Again, no beans. Come at me in the comments. Oh,
We haven't cut into it yet, but I am sure it's cooked. Yeah, it's white. It's not pink. I think it still looks
I
juicy.
so want to taste it, but we need to wait.
We're gonna wait.
We're gonna
Yeah.
wait. We're gonna sit down and have a proper meal
Yep.
somehow where we still eat off each other's plates. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Yes, it'll be a whole thing.
You're gonna hate it and love it at the same time. Let's get ready to make
I am so excited.
our drink. Okay, Brian. The last use of our suspect beer. Brian hates shandies. Hates them. Which I understand in both a cocktail world and a beer world. You're mixing things that, were perfectly fine on their own. What we're gonna start with is rum. So we're kind of going with that jerk chicken, Caribbean theme, trying to get out that banana and plantain flavor. So we're gonna do a hefty, I have no idea, I think that's about 1.5 shots, sounds great. So we did 2 shots of that. We're going to do 2 shots of our pineapple. These are not shots, kill me in the comments. It's delicious, I promise you, Brian.
Okay.
So we're gonna do about 2 of the Angarosta bitters.
Is that called a splash?
I would call that 2 splashes. Do you just kind of dipping your toes in the water a little bit more than anything?
Okay.
We're gonna put in our ice in here, and we're gonna do a shake like we know what we're doing. Give me a beat.
No.
Okay.
Should it be more of a samba
Oh yeah.
shake? And make sure you smile when you're doing it.
All right, so rum, Angarosta bitters, pineapple. Looks
like the
beautiful, right?
Color, yeah.
I'm gonna put a nice big ice cube in there so it doesn't melt too fast. We definitely want to keep it chilled. Oh, do you want
A
that?
little garnish.
Does that make you happy? Okay.
That smells very tropical. That's really good.
What do you get? Do you get more pineapple or are you getting that banana coming out?
I get more pineapple. The banana is just a hint in the background, so it's not overwhelming with it.
Nice and sparkling with the
rum
beer.
makes a really nice addition to it. Kind of gives it that tropical Jamaican kind of.
Right? It'll go really well with the jerk chicken.
Mm-hmm.
If you're prone to indigestion, please don't drink this with chili.
That is really good.
You would drink this.
I would drink this. I
And
don't
you
like
hate
shandies. I don't
shandies.
like shandies. It's painful for me to admit that this is really good.
I did it.
You did it.
Okay, so we've taken the beer that I brought through its paces. We've got a wonderful chicken dish. We've got some fantastic chili. We've got a shandy. It's time to put it all together and taste it and see how the rubber hits the road. That's really good. The chicken is very tender. I do get some of the beer in the finish.
It is very tender. The jerk seasoning did a great job.
Cheers. Sorry.
Cheers.
I was excited to pair this with the
A successful
with the chicken.
shandy. This is true. This does go really well with the chicken.
Let's try the chili.
Yay.
I'm excited. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really good.
You taste the beer and it adds all the great things to it.
Wow. That is really good.
You get that undertone we were going for of what the Belgian ale was supposed to be.
You know what's really surprising though?
You taste
The
the beer.
beer still comes through.
And we used a lot of beer to make that chili.
Yes, well-
Especially, like I said, dropping in every 20, 30 minutes, adding another quarter cup, letting it continue to
Really
develop.
condense down and
So
develop.
good.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That is really good. Thank you both for really taking the time to go through and to figure out what to do with that beer. I know that was a tough thing, and I know you spent a lot of time
Yeah.
and a lot of shandies.
I made a
figure
lot of
out how to-
shandies.
yeah.
Made a lot of
again, you
shandies.
suffered.
Yeah, I did.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys, for tuning in. Check out more of our videos. This was a lot of fun, so thank you guys again. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Catch you
Thank
later,
you.
my friends.
Bye.
Bye.